Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2018 PACWEST Provincial Soccer Championship. To kick off the tournament on the women's side, the number 3 seed, Capilano University Blues, will take on the number 2 seed, Douglas College Royals, in a rematch of last year's gold medal match. Before we begin, we'd like to take a moment and congratulate the regular season award winners from both teams. Please step forward to receive your award and take a group photo once your name has been called. To present their awards, I'd like to ask Capilano University Athletic Director, Milt Williams. From Capilano University, All-Star Jamie McCara. Also from Capilano University, All-Star Marcia Cheshire. And also from Capilano University, All-Star Brooklyn Doucette. From Douglas College, All-Star Samantha Kell. All-Star Hannah De La Cruz. And All-Star Michaela Montagano. And now, before I begin, please stand if you're able for the Canadian National Anthem. And now the starting lineup for the Capilano University Blues. Number 1 at goalkeeper, Darian Rusi. Number 5, Erin McEldoon. Number 7, Claire Yee. Number 8, Jessica Price. Number 9, Alana Dulong. Number 10, Marcia Cheshire. Number 13, Katrina Olstrom. Number 16, Natalie Leclerc. Number 17, Brooklyn Doucette. Number 21, Ainsley Hurtado. And number 24, Adriana Babinski. And now the starting lineups for the Douglas College Royals. At goalkeeper, 00, Alexa Gazzola. Number 2, Michaela Hamilton. Number 5, Niraj Brace. Number 7, Samantha Kell. Number 8, Caitlin Lemelioff Danielson. Number 11, Sonali Doliwar. Number 14, Anna De La Cruz. Number 16, Preet Tandy. Number 18, Michaela Montagano. Number 20, Taylor Wettig. And number 23, Sneha Sandhu.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Burnaby Lakes Sports Complex for the PACWEST Soccer Championships 2018 here on SportsCanada.TV. To kick things off for the tournament, it is the number 2 seed Douglas College Royals taking on the number 3 seed Capilano University Blues. This is the semi-final matchup, with the winner moving on to play the number 1 seed Vancouver Island University Mariners, who have received a bye to the final thanks to first place in the PACWEST regular season. We're moments away from kickoff here, as the two teams are starting to take the field. Capilano wearing the dark blue color, heading from left to right, whereas Douglas in their home white jerseys will be heading from right to left for this first half. We ordered the All-Stars for the PACWEST before this contest, as they were officially awarded yesterday. For Capilano, they had 3 All-Stars, all receiving it for the first time. It was the 5th-year Marcia Cheshire, 3rd-year Brooklyn Doucette, and also 4th-year Jamie McCara, who tore her ACL in the last weekend of play, so she, unfortunately for her, is not playing in this contest, so she'll have to watch from the sidelines. Whereas for Douglas, they had 3 All-Stars as well. That was number 7, Sam Kell, number 14, Hannah De La Cruz, and number 18, Michaela Montagano. As we are underway here, first half is Douglas will get an early throw-in down this near side. That's Michaela Hamilton. She'll be a force in this one, as she was last year's Player of the Year and also the MVP at last year's PACWEST Championships. As Douglas, they were last year's winners. This is a rematch of last year's final, as there's a run down the left side, just kept in bounds, but Alana Dulong for Capilano keeps it in, but Michaela Hamilton centering pass, but no one home. Darian Rusi, the first touch of the game for the Capilano keeper. She'll touch and kick things off here with a boot downfield. Again, yeah, this is a rematch of last year's championship game that went the distance and then some, as it was 0-0 through 90 minutes, 0-0 through extra time as well, and it was Douglas who came out on top in penalty kicks, 3-2. So Capilano, they finished with silver last year. 2 years ago they had bronze, so they're looking to try and continue their trend of improving by 1 position each year. They'll have to get through a tough Douglas squad that has medaled in each of the last 3 seasons. Gold last year, silver the year before, gold in 2015, and then there was a bronze in 2014. There's a run down here, the wing by Hamilton. Leclerc challenges, but Hamilton wins and centers to Sandhu. He's got a bit of space. Low kick towards Rusi, and she controls easily. With the PACWEST this year, only 4 teams, so it was top 3 make the postseason. Number 1 gets a bye to the final. That was Vancouver Island University on the women's side. And then here we have the number 2 and 3 seeds, Douglas and Capilano. They'll be battling it out for a berth in the final. But with the nature of the league, there will be no bronze medal match this year, so the loser of this contest will not be receiving a bronze medal despite their 3rd place finish. There will only be gold and silver. Claire Yee with a throw down the wing, trying to lead Brooklyn Doucette. That goes over everyone's head, and it'll be a goal kick. In net for the Royals is Alexa Gazzola. She played 10 games for the Royals this year. She was the goalkeeper last year as well that backstopped the Royals to gold medal. On the season, she made 41 saves through her 10 games for an .820 save percentage. a great .91 goals against average and 4 shutouts. As Douglas, they had a 17 goals for, 11 goals against record. As here's a chance down the right wing. That's one of the All-Stars. Montagano gets a bit of space, watched by Yee. Stops and controls, centers with the left foot. Doucette breaks up, Cheshire's there, and she'll volley it out of play. Yee with a rush to try and keep it in. Still goes out of bounds, so it'll be a Douglas throw. Douglas in second place with a 5-4-3 record, whereas Capilano in third with a 4-5-3 record. It was a jam-packed standings all season long. Heading into the last weekend of regular season play, every single team still had a chance to finish first place. But it was Douglas with a victory over Langara. As we got a continuation here with Doucette. Katrina Olstrom is down, a bit slow to get up. But the continuation will allow a chance for Dulong down the wing. The rookie defenders trying to take on Kell. She stops, watched closely by 2 Douglas players. She'll backtrack, gets it to another rookie. That's Hurtado, but it's broken up. Chance for Dollywar here. She'll clear it down the wing. Jessica Price will run onto it. Challenged quickly, but evades the tackle up to Adriana Babinski. She was an all-star last year. Olstrom with a nice control down the right wing. Tries to center, but Gazzola will come out and fall on that one. Capilano, they were shortly behind as they had a loss and a tie in their final weekend of play against Vancouver Island. It was the win on Saturday by VIU that gave them first place, and it cemented Capilano's status in third. As Yee down the left side will go off her foot and out of bounds, so Douglas another throw in the Capilano zone. Again, this is 2018 PACWEST Soccer Championships here at the Burnaby Lakes Sports Complex, hosted by Capilano University. It is Capilano Blues in the blue jerseys against Douglas College Royals in the whites. Cheshire, the 5th year. She makes a nice play to get it up to Olstrom at center. She'll cross half. Tries to get it to McEldoon, but that's broken up. She'll swing it out wide to Babinski. She'll control and try and lead it up, but Hamilton picks it up. Back to Dollywar, and nice touch pass up to Hamilton. Over to Kell. Broken up. Babinski's got it now with his pace. McEldoon, one touch to Hurtado. Long kick center, but broken up well. That was Sandu. Sorry, that was Tandy. And ball comes free up to Montagano with some space in the middle. Continues to carry, watch by Cheshire. Over to Hamilton. Blues holding back. Shot just goes wide. Rusi lets it go past, knowing her post, and it'll be a goal kick for the Blues. Four games total in the tournament. We got 2 today, the semifinal matchups. As on the women's side, it's the Blues versus the Royals. And then on the men's side is number 2 Douglas against number 3 Langara College. They're playing for a berth in the final against the Capilano University Blues, who received a bye thanks to a first-place finish. As the ball goes out of bounds, it'll be a Douglas throw. It was Douglas and Capilano battling it out all season long. On the men's side, they finished with identical 8-2-2 records, as they really distanced themselves from the rest of the field. And it was Capilano who received the tiebreaker thanks to a 2-1-1 head-to-head record, as they had 2 wins in the final weekend against VIU to claim top spot. So not only does it give them a bye in the final, it also gives them an automatic berth at nationals, as Kell's got it. She's battling for position. So jockey around, but it's Price who comes away with it. She'll carry, gives it a boot up Olstrom, and she's going to take a run for it. In a battle there with De La Cruz. And De La Cruz makes a nice play to stop that. She'll play it over to Dollywar, and she keeps it in. Now she's got some space on the left side. Still carrying. Misdirection there, but Douglas keeps it. Hamilton with it now. Makes a nice play to beat Dulong. Price comes in to help. It's centered. Cheshire breaks it up. McEldoon will just try and clear, but doesn't get too much on it. Kell picks it off. Here a chance for Wedig. Out to the right side. That's controlled by Lemiog Danielson. Tries to make a move. And Douglas will earn a corner as it goes off Yee, and Yee goes down. It's Clarity's second-year defender. Went down a little hard there on the right side as they were battling for a corner. That was Caitlin Lemiog Danielson trying to make a move, and we're going to have to call for a trainer here just for a little help. He was last year's PACWEST Rookie of the Year. 4 goals this season. Slowly makes their way up. Perhaps a cramp. And she will try and run it off. She'll jog her way back into the mix to try and divert this Douglas corner. It'll be Kell who takes it. Kell was an all-star this year. 5th-year midfielder, hoping this isn't her last game. High attack, and it's going to be Olstrom who gets a head on it, but it's out. Dollywar with a crack right at Rusi, and she controls. And Capilano a chance to break out here. Douglas with the majority of the early pressure early on. Big boot by Rusi. It's brought down. Kell has it now, but Babinski breaks it up. Natalie Leclerc, the Capilano captain, trying to evade a couple tackles, gets it over to Doucette, 1 touch up, but Douglas hanging back, Doucette running onto it. She'll play it ahead to Olstrom, trying to beat 2 defenders. It's a bit of space there, but Douglas 3 defenders back. They're able to break that up. And they'll break out here, up towards Hamilton here. Hamilton on the season at 6 goals, tied for first in the PACWEST. We'll try it again here as Dollywar. Long volley up to Montagano, but Price heads it out of bounds. Another Douglas throw. Nine minutes in, no score yet. Couple shots for Douglas, but no real quality scoring chances. Let's get another throw here for Hamilton. That'll be a foul throw there by Douglas. There's a bit of misdirection. Hamilton was ready to launch it in the last second, just slipped out of her hands, and she'll just head it out of bounds, and it'll be another Capilano throw. Dulong this time for Capilano. Rookie who's played nearly every minute this season at right back. Again, Capilano slowly working their way up the field as another header out of bounds, so Dulong will give another crack at it. Over the head of Olstrom, a little bit of a flick, but controlled by Dela Cruz. Out of bounds. It'll be a Douglas throw now. Dollywar throws it in. She's a 3rd-year defender. As Dulong makes a move. Bit of a give and go there with Babinski. Stopping the tracks, gets it up. Olstrom trying to jockey, gets free. Tries to center, that's broken up. Dollywar runs onto it for the Royals. Pressured by Babinski. Freed up, but header by Dulong breaks it up. Leclerc now. Another header. Kell takes it. Touch pass up front. Turns and fires, knocked down. Looked like maybe a hand, but no call there. And the ball will trickle all the way back to Rusi. She'll control and just pick things up. Directing traffic. And she'll just let it fly. Bit of a spinner kick. Hurtado gets a head on it. Nice little flick there, and Olstrom will run onto it. She'll play it over. No, she'll get broken up there. Control back. Leaves it for Cheshire, the 5th year. As well, another 5th year, hoping that this isn't her last game. As again, the loser, their season will be over as there is no bronze medal matchup this year. Winner goes on to the final tomorrow at noon here at the same Burnaby Lakes Sports Complex. Claire Yee with a run down the wing, broken up with a nice tackle. Doucette runs in now. Strong play over right at center. Both teams wanting a foul, but nothing gives. No fouls yet. Refs seem content just to let him play early on. Yee with a big throw, looking for a flick. Ends up just getting volleyed out of bounds. Ball volleyed up high. It'll be Yee with a chance here. She'll try and just play it in the middle, but no Blues are home. Leclerc runs onto it. She'll try and swing it out wide to Babinski. With a bit of space. She'll try and play it in. McEldoon onto it. Tries to play back Leclerc, but can't get a good foot on it. Plays it back in. Olstrom now. But Douglas, they're really jamming the middle there and breaking things up. Capilano yet to record a shot on net. Now a counter by the Royals. Speed down the right wing. Yee falls down, but Cheshire steps in. Nice tackle there as trying to catch the number there. That was Caitlin Limiog-Danielson with a great burst of speed on the wing as Douglas now has another throw. With some space there, that's Sandu. She'll turn, plays it on, but again, Leclerc breaks it up. Plays it up to McEldoon now, who stops it. She'll play it back to Price. Try and reverse the play here. It's a good kick over to Babinski. The header onto Hurtado. Hurtado playing at center mid, typical position of where Jamie McCara would be playing PACWEST All-Star, but again, she tore her ACL in the last game of the season. Olstrom with a burst of speed down the right wing. Tries to play it back. Gets free. Crack with the left foot into the middle. Great save by Gazzola. Up in the air. Doucette trying to take a kick. And it's cleared away. What a chance for the Blues, and a great save by Alexa Gazzola. Redirection one-timer as a great reaction save. She was right in the right position. Olstrom with a great play to center it to Doucette. Two of the top goal scorers, not only on the Blues, but also in the league, both in the top 5. And Gazzola showing why she's one of the best keepers with a great early save and the game's first great scoring chance. A lot of commotion in there as well, as both teams were a little bit of a high boots trying to get any piece of that one. Doucette was trying to get a toe on it, but Douglas did well to recover. Capilano will head that out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Royals. 14th minute, still scoreless. On a great day for soccer here in Burnaby. Forecast is calling for rain all week. The soccer gods have smiled, and we have a great day. A little bit of sun poking through the clouds. Another Douglas throw. Fingers crossed that tomorrow continues to call for a nice clear day as well, as Price reads the play, jumps in, and she'll try and lead a counter. Up to Olstrom. She's waiting for attackers to join her. Gonna go 1-on-3, cutting towards the middle. Plays it out the wing to Doucette. One-timer on the left foot, up in the air, but Gazzola reaches up and holds it in. In their 4 meetings this season, it was Douglas holding a 2-1-1 advantage. First matchup, it was a 3-3 tie as Capilano went ahead 2-0. It was a pair of goals by Katrina Olstrom. Douglas roared back, and they had 3 in a row to make it 3-2, and then it was Capilano scoring late in the contest to earn the single point. That was a goal by Brooklyn Doucette. The following matchup was a 1-0 victory for Capilano on a goal by Claire Yee. And then it was a following day and a second end of a head-to-head, or sorry, rather a home-and-home, and it was Douglas answering back with a 1-0 victory of their own. Cheshire breaks that up, and it'll be another Douglas throw. And in their most recent meeting, it was a 3-0 win for Douglas, giving them the advantage. And it was a key victory for them, helping them secure second place. Be a cross in the middle by Break. Price jumps in and breaks it up. Olstrom for Capilano. She'll be hanging around that center line all game, looking for a chance to break free. Ball just goes out of bounds down the far side. Doucette's going to take a quick throw. Now she has it back, trying to catch Douglas off guard, but that pass goes right to the Royals, and they'll have a chance now to regroup. Douglas is hosting CCA Nationals this year, so they have received an automatic berth as that centering pass is again broken up by Cheshire. She's been doing that all season long, playing the sweeper position, just roaming all over the center of the field and getting a well-deserved All-Star nomination in her last season with the Blues. So Douglas, as hosts, they'll be hosting out in Coquitlam. They'll be receiving 1 automatic berth. That means there's 1 other on the line, so with them receiving the 1, that'll mean it'll be the VIU or Capilano. So if Capilano wins this game, they would need to defeat VIU. As that centering pass broken up by Price. Asking for a handball there, but again, referee has yet to blow his whistle on this one. No fouls, no offsides, no handballs, so play will continue. Babinski now for Cap. Plays it to Hurtado. One of the 3 Capilano rookies playing in this one. Over to the other one, Dulong. Getting free with some space. Waiting for some help, but runs into a couple Douglas defenders, and they're able to break that up. Dulong breaks it up again, trickles toward Gazzola, but she controls. So for Capilano, they're needing a gold medal at the tournament in order to claim that second berth at Nationals, whereas VIU, they're most likely looking for a Douglas win, because should Douglas make the final, VIU would automatically receive that second berth, considering that they will be a guaranteed top 2 in the league. On the men's side, it'll be Capilano with the automatic berth, as mentioned earlier, and then it'll be whoever joins them in the final. So again, Langara-Douglas matchup on the men's side, not only playing for berth in the final, but the berth at Nationals. That'll be at Holland College in Charlottetown, PEI, so making a long trek out east. Approaching the 20-minute mark, still scoreless. Douglas controlling quite a bit of the play, but Capilano with a great chance so far as Gazzola made a great stop on the doorstep on a redirect in front by Doucette. Asking for another handball there as ball keeps popping up here on the turf. But again, referees still same play on Hamilton, try and break free, and you're going to play continuation here as center DeKell has a little bit of space. Cheshire closing in, so does DeLong, and she comes away. Plays it out the wing to Doucette as they have a player down for Douglas, and we'll see if Capilano just kicks it out. Yeah, there Olstrom does. Right towards Paul Yates with a nice grab. The tournament photographer, Vancouver Sports Pictures, Paul Yates. He'll be the tournament photographer all weekend long. It'll be a good chance to thank our tournament sponsors as well in this one. So Vancouver Sports Pictures, Paul Yates, one of the best in the business. Also West Park, North Vancouver Hotel, and Kahunaverse. North Vancouver Hotel, the host hotel for the tournament. And Kahunaverse has graciously donated the player of the game backpacks for this one. The player down for Douglas. Try and keep an eye on what number that might be. As the trainer is on the field. Bit of a collision there as hard challenge by the Blues. We're at the 20-minute mark here. Both teams will take a quick breather and grab some water. Once again, you're listening to the 2018 PACWEST Soccer Championships here at the Burnaby Lakes Sports Complex West, hosted by Capilano University. You're watching live on SportsCanada.TV. Looks like that's Michaela Hamilton was the player for Douglas, up standing on her feet now. Trying to walk things off. The trainer for Douglas is Nick Murray. Michaela Hamilton is up walking. Grabs a bit of water, but she will have to go off momentarily, as when the trainer comes out on the field, that is the rule that the player must go off briefly. So we'll do a switch of game balls here, as it'll be a drop ball, but it'll go to Douglas as Capilano played it out of bounds, thanks to the injured player. Hamilton being directed to stay off for a little bit. The ball goes out of bounds for a throw-in, and that'll allow Hamilton to come back onto the field. So back to 11 on 11. As we enter the 22nd minute here, Yee with a throw-in for Capilano. Yeah, both teams playing for that berth in the PACWEST final tomorrow at noon here in Burnaby. Taking on the Vancouver Island University Mariners, who are here in attendance. Get some early scouting in. Doucette fly by to try and break that up. Battling with Niraj break. And it's Doucette who comes free. looking for some help, and she'll try and control it on the left wing. Break still battling. She'll try and center it, and Capilano's won their first corner of the game. So one corner apiece so far. Douglas nothing doing on theirs. Chance here for Capilano as Adriana Babinski will be the first to take it. Babinski last year actually scoring a couple goals directly off corners. She's got a strong right foot. We'll see what she can do here. High, arcing into the middle, headed up, and it's kicked towards the middle, still loose. Price trying to battle for it, but Douglas is going to be able to escape, and they got some space here. 2-on-2. Price is trying to get back there. That's Sandu making a run. Centered in me for the trailer. Montagano. Cheshire trying to make a break, but goes past. Dulong in to help. Directed just wide as Dulong came in. But with the deflection, goes off the side of the net, and Douglas, shortly after the Capilano corner, will take another of their own. Kell will go and take this. Capilano really crowding the box. They have every single player basically within 12 yards of the net. Douglas only one right up by the keeper and the rest at the back. Now a couple making runs. Going to play it short and play it back to Kell. We'll try and one-time it high, arcing up in the air. But no one gets a head on it. Coming in late is Hamilton, but can't get a good first touch. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Price who will take the goal kick for Capilano, fourth-year defender. High kick flicked on by Leclerc, but Douglas controls. Dela Cruz, rookie defender who was an all-star, plays it up, and DeLong picks it off. Goes about by Danielson. Midway point of this first half. Still scoreless. Babinski controls. Again watched, and it's Price who has it. Cheshire will try and reverse the play over to Yee on the left wing. To do set one-timer in the middle. McAloon will try and control. Up to Cheshire for a one-timer, trying to spring Olstrom, but nice play there to pick it off. Break on the right side. Now with some space up there to control. Capilano easing off. A nice play up there. That was Tandy who was controlling, but Cheshire again in the middle picks it off. Hurtado try and play it over to Babinski. She'll try and circle around, drops it off for Dulong. We'll just boot it upfield. But only one blue jersey. Olstrom's trying to win. And Douglas is just going to play that out of bounds. Olstrom was looking for a foul, but again, the official, Nick Miskin, no fouls yet called in this one. Again, still, I think there's only been the one whistle, and that was a continuation after the Hamilton went down for Douglas. The other officials in this one, Miro Sremovic and Bob Jett are on the lines, and the fourth official is Matt Visser. A great officiating crew here for the PACWEST Championships. As Douglas another throw on the far side. We'll just play it back and try and control. Tandy's got it. Again, Capilano more than content to just kind of let Douglas creep their way up the field, leaving plenty of space, but again, at doing that, they're leaving back. Hamilton with some speed now, plays it back to Montagano, watched by Leclerc, drops it off Doliwar. She's going to let it fly from deep and just going to go wide. Good crack from about 28, 30 yards out. Just goes wide. Price will again take the kick for Capilano. Ball pops in the air, no knows where it is, and there's the Flames' first foul to go against the Blues. So Douglas got a free kick from just across half. Kell will take it again. Kell is the lone fifth year on the Royals, whereas Marcia Cheshire is the only fifth year on the Blues. Both were all-stars this season. Plays it down the right wing with some open space. Be a centering chance there. Cheshire just over her head, into the middle, but Rusi's there to control. Directing traffic. Rusi was splitting the play with the other goalkeeper, Nikki Gerbrandt, this season. Rusi in 7 games at a 2.14 goals against and a 746 save percentage with 44 saves. As Douglas, another chance to counter here. Sandu over to Montagano. She'll try and chip it forward, looking for Danielson, but Rusi out to challenge, breaks it up. She'll whip it out over to Babinski. Long kick up to Olstrom. She'll control and try and take on a few defenders. Spin move, but battling with Dollywar. She breaks it up and plays it back to De La Cruz. And she'll let it fly. Price going to run back onto this one as no Douglas players were home. Just misses the boot of Hamilton and is battling with Yee. Hamilton is able to come away with it, but her pass to the outside is broken up by Doucette. She'll drop it back for Yee. Tries to make a move, goes out of bounds, and it'll be deemed a Capilano throw off the boot of Douglas. Again, this is a rematch of last year's PACWEST final, which was a 0-0 game through extra time, went to penalty kicks, and Douglas came away with the gold medal with a 3-2 win in PKs. Capilano with the silver last year. Year before they had a bronze here on this very turf. As Olstrom gets free, she's got a little bit of space. Passes over to Babinski now. Got a bit of room. She's controlled by 3 Douglas players all at once, really, and it's going to be deemed a goal kick as Babinski, last to touch that, is almost as a all at once 3 Douglas players just closing in right at once. And it looked like Capilano might have a bit of space. Got our first substitution of the game. Coming out of the game is Caitlin Lemiog Danielson. Good eye on the Douglas player once we can see the number. That's number 24, Martina Petinon, coming into the game. Looks like she'll be up front on the left side. Douglas throw here. As we hit the 30-minute mark, Sandu and Babinski battling. Blues will try and switch. Cheshire plays in the middle, but picked off by Kell. Hamilton here. Leclerc batting with Kell. Goes a bounds for another Douglas throw. Hard throw broken up, but it goes back to Hamilton. Plays it back Weddick. Up the wing, broken up again. Hamilton running onto it. She seems to be all over the pitch. But again, the chance towards the Capilano goal doesn't have much on it, and Rusi again able to break that up. Leclerc looking for somewhere to go. Plays it back to Dulong. She'll make a move. Gets a bit of free space. Pass to McEldoon, ends up going to Olstrom, and she'll try and turn. She's got McEldoon, but just misses it. And Dollywar has it now. Douglas to counter. Up the wing, here's Petinon, who just subbed on. Cut towards the middle. Price comes in and makes a great breakup, but back to Kell. And her shot trickles wide as Douglas. Another chance there, but Capilano really not allowing much inside the 18-yard box. So just the one real quality chance so far, as that was Capilano right in front, but a great save by Gazzola to stop a one-timer. Russi has been tested, but nothing really of note yet. Though again, Douglas has had the play in the Capilano half for the majority of the frame, as here they come again, but again, Cheshire there to break it up. Leclerc here, jockeyed by Kell. Touch pass broken up, Hamilton again. Boots high in the air, Russi leaps up and controls the nice save. She'll throw it over to Babinski. Bit of space here. Hurtado looking for somewhere to go. Babinski one-timer, but broken up by, that was Doliwar. Goes out of bounds for a Capilano throw. Hamilton and Kell were all Canadians last year for Douglas College. The two nominees, or rather the two award winners from the PACWEST. This year we know one of them will be, as there's another foul that goes against McEldoon, earning Douglas a free kick. You know, Chloe Gummer will be one of the All-Canadians for the PACWEST, as she was named Player of the Year. Ball played up the right wing. Bounces up in the air. Hurtado, a tough challenge, and she'll win it. Doucette will try and make something happen. Drops it off for Yee. Makes a nice move to evade the slide tackle. Up the wing for Olstrom. Jockeyed there by Tandy. Drop pass. Doucette trying to lead Olstrom with a burst of speed. No foul on the play there as the ball rolled out of bounds for a Douglas goal kick. She'd rather kind of a corner kick for the Blues, so Blues catching a bit of a break there, as deeming that Douglas was the one in the last touch. So second corner of the game for the Blues, even the corner's up at 2. It'll be Babinski another chance to play one into the middle. Number of Blues on the right side, making a run into the middle, up in the air, but it goes through. Leclerc's going to try and play it back in. Headed away. And break with a chance. She'll just boot it out of bounds, so Douglas evading that corner. It'll be a Blues throw, but seems to be no one wants to take the throw in. Claire Yee will make a way over there. Talking about the Conference Players of the Year on the women's side, it was Chloe Gummer, Player of the Year from VAU. It was actually VAU sweeping all the awards. Coach of the Year was Kevin Lindo, and Rookie of the Year was Kara Dunlop. And VAU, for good measure, also winning the Fair Play Award. On the men's side, it was Capilano's Keith Jackson winning Player of the Year for the second year in a row. The fifth-year forward led the league in scoring as that header goes out, and Douglas just clears up the line. Kept in with a nice play by Sandu. That'll be Price first onto it. She'll just leave it for Russi. He'll kick it up in the air, and almost a bit of a mistake there as Price made a nice play to clear it up, and perhaps a chance here for Blues to counter. Olstrom loses the handle though. De La Cruz breaks free. Plays it out to Petinon. Trying to beat too long, but Price comes in to help. Breaks it up with a slide tackle. Leclerc here with some space. Plays it for Olstrom. Tap pass, Babinski. Watched by Doliwar. It'll be a Blues throw. Also on the men's side for the conference awards, it was Rookie of the Year, Emmanuel Eke, who finished third in conference scoring with 10 goals. He was up along the league leaders all game. A great season. The pass goes back, and Cheshire ends up taking a foul as a bit of a dangerous back pass. She did well to just break that up. And to round out the awards, it was Mark Rosardo from Langara winning Coach of the Year. Another free kick for Douglas. It'll be De La Cruz takes this, the rookie defender. As a bunch of players lined up along the edge of the 18-yard box. Price again breaking things up with a nice header. Ball up in the air, and it's getting headed out. Price again boots it, clears it out of harm's way for a Douglas throw. Another Douglas throw. Ball centered, but no Royals were home. Cheshire gets a little piece of it. Doesn't go very far, though. Wedig plays it now. But Dulong reads that to pick it off. Babinski, she'll play it down the wing. Olstrom trying to rub onto it, but Douglas seems content to just let it roll out of bounds, and that's what De La Cruz does. Approaching the 40-minute mark. Still scoreless here. The semifinal of the PACWEST Women's Soccer Championship between the number 2 seed Douglas College Royals and the number 3 seed Capilano University Blues. The winner advancing to tomorrow's final against Vancouver Island University, who received a bye with their first place finish. And after this, again on the men's side, it'll be the men's semifinal. Langara College, the 3 seed, facing number 2 seed Douglas College Royals, with the winner advancing to play number 1 Capilano University. Macklin gets a toe on it, but it'll be Douglas who controls. Try and swing it out to the far side. Touch pass and get free. There's break with some space. Watched by Cheshire now. Stops her in her tracks, and she'll try and counter. Here comes Doucette. McEldoon now, but rolls off her foot, and Douglas has it back. Patton controls. In the middle, that was Kell. Back for Wedding. Both players wearing the captain's armbands for co-captains for this one. Leclerc settles. And Yee's going to try and boot it up. Trying to feed Olstrom up front. Try and get her some space, but Douglas is really honing in on her. Olstrom, Yee, and Doucette all with 4 goals for Capilano. They were all in the top 5. Whereas for Douglas, it was Hamilton with 6, who was tied for first. Emma Thomas also had 3. A couple players with 2 were Kell, Montagano, and Flores Aguilera. Here comes De La Cruz. These are her Pettenon. Has a bit of space in the middle. Fans are yelling for a shot, but doesn't get free. Capilano clears, but not fully. Olstrom momentarily breaks up the play and forces Douglas to regroup. Back to the sweeper, Tandy. Now De La Cruz. Swings it out to the far side, right in front of the Capilano bench. Wedding here. Tries to feed it down the wing, but well out of reach for everyone. That'll be a goal kick. Jessica Price been taking the goal kicks for Capilano. She'll let it fly. And just out of the reach again of the Blues, and Douglas content just to let it roll out of bounds. But a hesitancy as they're trying to develop a play here, and it's Doucette comes in and picks it off. Just goes out of bounds, though. Be another Royals throw. 42nd minute here, still scoreless. Low throw broken up by Doucette, but it's Hamilton with space and speed. Tries to center, but broken up by Hurtado. Tries to free Olstrom, but De La Cruz with a nice play to head it away. Leclerc, Capilano captain. High kick up to Babinski. Tries to tap it on, but broken up by Doliwar. Dulong jumps in, plays it free, and tries to run onto it. Ball stays in bounds, and it'll be Babinski. Centers it. Nice move by Hurtado. Break free. Up to McEldoon. Ball bounces free in the middle. Douglas onto it again. Hurtado with a back check, but Petinon still has it. Looking for somewhere to go. Plays it back on the right side to break. Touch pass Hamilton. It goes right to head coach Dennis Kindle of Capilano on the sideline. Kindle in his 4th season at Capilano. On the Douglas sideline, it's Chris Laxton. He's in his 5th year. Looks like Douglas is looking for a little medical attention. Again, that's Hamilton over there. Looks like might just be some tape. Yeah, she's going to sub off momentarily. She gets some tape wrapped around her foot as Olstrom trying to break free, and she gets a bit of space here. 3 Douglas players along the back line. Still has it at her feet. Dumps it off for Hurtado. And caught Babinski going the wrong way, so Douglas picks it off. Every time Olstrom has had some space to break free, there's been plenty of Douglas jerseys back behind, watching her closely and cutting off the wings. That being said, though, Capilano still with the best chance of the contest as a centering pass by Olstrom to Doucette was denied on the goal line by Gazzola. Centering pass there, Price breaks it up. Petinon runs onto it. Into the middle, offside, though, as Hamilton, a step offside. Russi makes the save anyway. But Capilano reading the play well. I don't know whether that happened there, where they happened to jump up, or Hamilton was just caught behind, but either way, first offside of the game against Douglas. As we're approaching the 45-minute mark on the dot, imagine we'll have a couple minutes of injury time. Leclerc here with some space. Up to Olstrom. Makes a nice play to get free down the left wing. Trying to cut back towards the middle. Plays it and didn't get much on it, and Gazzola just falls on it. Got a Douglas player down, maybe a bit of a hard fall towards the end line, but seems up to be okay. The referee, Miskin, just checking in on things, make sure everyone's all right. Talking to the goalkeeper. And it looks like she'll still be able to play the ball at her feet. We are in extra time here in this first half. Imagine again, probably have a couple minutes. High arcing kick. He gets a body on it. Again, gets a body on it. Looks like the back this time. Doucette will try and control. Hurtado turns. Leclerc now. That pass broken up by Petinon, and a chance for Douglas to counter. Into the middle, Hamilton with some space. Watched by Yee, high kick, but well wide. Douglas not afraid to let it fly from distance, but nothing yet to find the target so far. However, forcing Capilano into a number of goal kicks, though. In terms of shots in general, Douglas definitely controlling that margin. In terms of shots on goal, things are fairly even. Hamilton again now. Yee watches her and breaks that up. Bit of a miscommunication there, and Douglas trying to get something, and there's the first half whistle. As we've gone through 45 and we're still scoreless here at Burnaby Lake Turf, as both teams a chance to catch their breath, talk about strategy, and they'll change directions. So again, both teams kind of finding their footing in that half there. Douglas controlling a lot of the play. Capilano the best scoring chance. But as we sit through 45, game is scoreless. This is the semifinal of the PACWEST Women's Soccer Championship between the Douglas College Royals and the Capilano University Blues. Take a quick pause. We'll be back for the second half shortly here on SportsCanada.TV.
Guys, fancy over here, isn't it? Yes. I was hoping if I could get a copy of the game.
It's on archive. It's on.
Oh, so that'll be like immediately after the game?
It should be, right?
Yeah, just we were hoping to get it today because we want to watch it as preparation for our game tomorrow against the winner. Anywhere I can get it like a stick or something? Or?
Well, like before the game, you could give me like a memory card.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Otherwise, it just looks like a
So after the game, you can't just transfer the game over to us. Give you one?
No, I would physically need the card. You check the archive. I don't do the archive. So we can take specifics. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we wanted to get over early and to bonus up against once again as well. Yeah, beautiful, yeah. Perfect. Softball. For sure, yeah. Well, we actually set them all yesterday. Yeah, because obviously we didn't want to be in this game. She was like, just go Thursday in. I was like, I think the girls would appreciate it. Another night at home. Sorry, I'm Kevin. I'm not for this game. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. It's been fun. It's been a big learning curve for me, for sure.
Yeah, that's what
I came in at school. By the season last year.
Yeah. You do like YouTube there.
Appreciate that. See you guys tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we did that pretty advantage.
500 bucks. Appreciate it.
Second half of action here at the Burnaby Lakes Sports Complex. The 2018 PACWEST Soccer Championships underway. Scoreless after the first half. And as the Capilano Blues, the number 3 seed, taking on the number 2 Douglas College Royals. The Royals wearing the home whites, going from left to right, whereas the Blues in their dark blue jerseys. As that pass goes right to Doucette, and she'll try and free up Olstrom. Go one-on-one momentarily with De La Cruz, but Douglas going back. And De La Cruz with a nice play to break that up. And it'll just go out of bounds for a Capilano throw. Scoreless first half. Douglas controlling a lot of the play. A lot of their shots, though, either going wide or were pretty easily controlled by Darian Russi. Net as Doucette crosses it there, but no one home for the Blues. Royals seem content to let that go out of bounds, and Babinski almost raced in to keep it in. She does so, and Capilano earns a throw-in. McEldoon battling, and again, this time it goes out of bounds as Douglas watches it for a goal kick. A lot of shots for Douglas, but again, nothing finding the back of the net. Capilano only really the one scoring chance, but it was a great one. Across right in front on a one-timer, and Gazzola had to make a fantastic save for Douglas. Here comes Olstrom now. Plays it for Babinski. Chips it up in the middle. Running onto it is Leclerc. Doucette has it up in the air. Gazzola with the save as Leclerc couldn't get much on it. A great early chance for the Blues there, forcing Gazzola to be sharp early. As Blues didn't really show that much life or get that much space in the first half rather. And here comes Douglas with a chance, but Cheshire breaks it up. She'll lead a counter. Ball just bounced a little too high as Doucette and Leclerc were both right there on the goal step. After a nice centering pass by Babinski, but just neither of them could really get enough on it. Gazzola leaped back to make the save, her second of the game. Douglas again countering. Montagano, an all-star. Watched by Price. Swings it out wide, but Doucette just gets a toe on it to break it up. It'll be a Douglas throw. Semi-final action, the PACWEST Women's Soccer Championships. Winner facing Vancouver Island University tomorrow at 12 o'clock in the final. Again, no bronze medal matchup this year. As the loser, this will be their last game. Only only gold and silver being awarded. Being a 4-team league this year, it was Douglas, Langara College, Vancouver Island University, and Capilano University. Top 3 teams make the postseason. As the ball high in the air, Russi comes out and corrals it. Team who won the league, and that was Vancouver Island University, received an automatic bye to the final. As Olstrom plays it ahead, and she's got a little bit of space off her knee. But coming in with a challenge was Tandy to break it up. Olstrom with tons of speed. But the Douglas back line has been holding firm. Then it was Douglas finishing second. They had a 5-4-3 record, whereas Capilano, they were in third with a 4-5-3 record. Langara just missing the playoffs. Again, it was a really tight standings all season long. Langara was in first for a little bit. Then they hit a bit of a slide down the stretch. But again, heading into the last weekend of play, every team had a chance to still make the playoffs. And 3 teams as well, all still a chance to finish first. It was VIU, though, with 4 points on the last weekend, claiming top spot. As well, this is a rematch of last year's PACWEST gold medal game. That was played up at Quest University in Squamish. Quest, however, no longer in the PACWEST. That game was 0-0 and went to penalty kicks. And it was Douglas who came away with a 3-2 win in penalties. That was Gazzola in net for Douglas, who backstopped them to the victory. Nice play there by Tandy to break free. Up now to Michaela Hamilton, last year's championship MVP, taken down, looking for a foul. There would have been one, but they're going to play the advantage here as Sandu has it down the wing, watched by Price. Trying to make a move. That ball goes well wide. Goal kick for Capilano. Last year's semifinal, it was Capilano defeating Langara 1-0. That was Katrina Olskam scoring the goal. And then it was Douglas over Vancouver Island University in the other semi. It was VIU who won bronze last year. Hamilton was tournament MVP. And of the other players playing in this game that were also tournament MVPs, it was Katrina Olstrom who was top forward, and it was Jessica Price who was top defender. This year again, the Tournament All-Star Awards will be top forward, midfielder, defender, goalkeeper, and tournament MVP. And those awards were graciously donated by Kahunaverse, Big Kahuna. A great backpack, branded backpack will go to, actually rather that'll be players of the game that will go to. Tournament awards, each recipient of a tournament award will receive a engraved plaque. Rather, it'll be the player of the game who will each receive a great backpack, courtesy Kahunaverse. Other tournament sponsors as well is Vancouver Sports Pictures. Paul Yates is here taking photos with some fantastic gear that is probably worth more than some cars. But there he is down on the far sideline with the huge lens. Getting some great pictures. Those will all be up on the PACWEST BC site. If you go to the schedule and results tab of the championship site, there'll be a tab that links to a Flickr album with all the photos. There'll also be game recaps. Again, that is PACWESTBC.ca. This game you're listening to live on PACWESTBC.TV and SportsCanada.TV. We'll touch on the other sponsors as well. The host hotel for this tournament is North Vancouver Hotel. And then we have West Park as well. Here's Kell, a long shot from distance, up in the air, just over the bar. Another long shot by Douglas. That one a lot closer than a lot of their other ones. And Rusi again just knowing the frame of the net is near the end. That ball just dipped over the top of the crossbar. So again, Douglas still firing from all over the pitch, really. Still yet to hit the target, though, as Rusi probably has been credited with a couple saves officially, but really none to the extent that Gazzola has made. McAloon trying to break free. Plays it out the wing to Babinski. Hard kick in the middle. Olstrom trying to run onto it. Gets ahead. Still breaks free. Has a chance. Tries to control back into the middle. Doucette can't get a touch. And Douglas looks like they'll escape that one as Gazzola came out to challenge and Olstrom got past. But again, the Douglas players holding back were able to slow her down just enough. Her pass into the middle was a little too hard to handle for Doucette. And Douglas escapes. Another pass up there. And that's easily controlled by Gazzola. So Capilano, two great chances early on, but just missing. They just haven't been able to get that connection. Price, that let that bounce, and her clearing attempt goes off a Douglas player and rolls out in a goal kick. So a little bit more pace here as we're approaching the 10-minute mark of the second half. Price again taking the goal kick for Capilano. Still scoreless. Both teams pressing early on. Ball goes right out of bounds into the Douglas bench. Another throw for the Royals. Both teams have been ranked in the CCA rankings all season long. Capilano falling out for a little bit in the start of the year. Babinski Getting free, chips it up. Leclerc goes off her leg, and she'll try and free up Doucette. She'll just play it back for Yee, and they'll try and regroup. Douglas plays it up, but Yee picks it off. But Kell's going to be the one who wins it for Douglas. She doesn't get far, though. Hurtado plays it up for Olstrom. Watch closely, but De La Cruz. She'll just try and swing it out wide. Hurtado. Over to Babinski. One-timer centering attempt, but not much on it. And I'll just roll out of bounds. Enough for a goal kick. PACWEST on the women's side being such a close competitive conference. All 4 teams appearing in the rankings at some point throughout the year. Olstrom again gets a bit of a shove, stays on her feet, and they're going to award a free kick to Capilano. This is their first free kick of the game, and it comes in a great opportunity just about 2 yards outside the 18-yard box as Olstrom, bit of a shove in the back there. She did stay on her feet, but there might have been a chance for an advantage. But wouldn't really been much of a scoring chance. So opportunity here for Capilano in the 56th minute. It's going to be Adriana Babinski, who has one of the harder shots in the league. 3-person wall for Douglas. But plenty of Capilano players over on the left side trying to make a run in. We'll see what they decide to do here. Low shot deflected. It's in! An own goal! As a hard low kick by Babinski went off the foot and up into the top left corner. And Capilano, they get on the board first. The 57th minute, it's Blues 1. Douglas 0. A free kick paying dividends for the Blues. Nothing Cazzola could do there. And again for Douglas as well. That was just a real hard low kick, and imagine if Babinski was just trying to do something like that, just make something happen, and that she did. 1-0 Blues. Still plenty of time left, though, for Douglas. 57th minute. Olstrom again trying to break free, but this time Tandy was there to break it up. Olstrom seemed to have another extra pep in her step there. Hamilton, no doubt motivated after that, as it looked like it might have gone off her foot. She was all over the place in the first half with plenty of chances. And she is one of the top goal scorers in the league, finishing first, or tied for first rather, with 6 goals. She also scored 1 against Capilano this year as well. That was the game winner and a 1-0 win. So Capilano, we'll see what they try and do here as they try and ramp up their defensive side of things. So far, they've been doing just that. See what happens as we have about half an hour left in this semifinal matchup. Number 2, Douglas, currently down by 1 to number 3, Capilano. Confirmed, but that goal most likely will get credited to Babinski. I believe I said own goal off the bat, but Babinski was the one who created that one with the hard low kick. Just happening to deflect off the Douglas foot. So Babinski, actually her first of the season it would be. Last year she had 7 as a rookie. It was second in the league. She was an all-star. However, she actually missed last year's postseason. She ruptured, I believe it was ruptured tendons in her foot. That happened in the last weekend of the season. So didn't actually get to play in the postseason and wasn't playing for a lot of this year as well. It was just kind of easing her way back in as chance by Kell, broken up by McEldoon, and Leclerc's just going to play it free, but played right back in by Douglas. Doucette content to just let that fly and try and let Olstrom run onto it, and that'll be as cleared out of play by Tandy. So Babinski, first of the season, first of the postseason as well. As again, yes, didn't play a whole lot of the season as she was coming back from injury. Errant pass picked off, and chance now for Douglas to counter. But Cheshire picks that off. She'll try and counter here as well. McEldoon settles over to Hurtado. Hamilton, again, not able to find any space as Rusi makes a nice job to rush and go get that and prevent a corner kick. The left-footed pass up to Leclerc, who turns, but quickly met by Pettenon. No subs for either team at the half. Pettenon still the only sub into the game for Douglas, as Doucette just trying to heads that on. Ball's up the wing, and Yee just gets a head on it. Knocks it out of bounds. Be break with the throw. Trying to make something happen here, but was right off the head of Leclerc, and we'll do it all over again. However, we'll pick up a new ball. Break again, we'll take this one. However, it looks like this will be a free kick for Douglas. Chance here as Kell's got a great boot, so see what she can do here and perhaps put one into the mixer area. Douglas just looking for a bounce, just like Capilano did. 1-0 for the Blues in this 62nd minute now. Right into the middle, but it's Price who gets a head on it. Hamilton plays it back. Montagano had it for a second, but Capilano clears. Into the middle, Hurtado breaks it up. Leclerc up to Doucette. Leclerc in the middle, over to Hurtado. Babinski, the goal scorer. Drops it off for Dulong. Hamilton's right there to meet her. Dulong's able to turn away. However, Hamilton persistent. He's able to get away with it, and De La Cruz just fires it down the field. Trying to lead Sandu, but Price is first there and just plays it out of bounds. Hamilton to take the throw for the Royals. Looking for some teammates, but only two in the area. Still looking for someone to go. Kell's going to make a run in, though. Just plays it. That's the Montagano. Dollyward centers. Making a run is Pettenon, but Rusi comes out to challenge and takes it on a hop. Rusi will just try and settle it down. Here's Olstrom. Leclerc. Over to Babinski on the wing, trying to center it, but broken up by De La Cruz. Chance to counter here for Douglas. Montagano surveying the scene and tries to swing it out wide, but Yee's right there with a touch. Still going to try and control with it. Beats the Douglas player. And again, Capilano will just try and swing it out wide. Up to McEldoon. Olstrom a chance now, just on side, centering. Mikazola right into her mitts. She controls, and she's waving everyone up. Trying to direct traffic and let fly a kick that's going to land well past center. Leclerc bravely gets a head on it. Plays it up too long to meet a foot race with Hamilton. She's trying to knee it back to Rusi, and she's just going to boot it out of harm's way as Hamilton was bearing down on her. And Douglas is going to be throwing everything at Capilano over these final 25 minutes. Blues defense will do everything they can to try and hold firm. Back pass. Trying to center it there. Running onto it is Kell, but Russi punches it away. Back into the middle. Broken up, just out of the reach of Kell with a chance. And Cheshire breaks it up. Douglas almost able to capitalize off the loose ball there. Russi's going to come out and this time just corrals it. She'll try and settle things down a little bit there after a little bit of a frantic play in the center. Douglas almost a chance. A great look in front. Capilano evading there. Douglas will reset. There's a run by Dolawar, some space. Centers up to Kell. Met by Leclerc. And she'll turn back. Over on the wing to Hamilton. Takes it off the chest. Cutting towards the middle. Price is there to kick it out of harm's way. Olstrom battling with Wedig. I think Rose again will turn. Blues noticeably playing a lot further back. Breaks centering pass, but Cheshire tied up Sandu, and Russi again takes it. She'll just pick it up. Hard low kick. Goes off the head of Break, and Blues will get a throw in Douglas territory. Get the first substitution of the game for Capilano, as it'll be Kenya Huff going in for the goal scorer, Adriana Babinski. No, sorry, rather. Babinski is just going to hang around by the sideline. It'll be Erin McEldoon checking out of the game in the 67th minute. So Huff, the first-year midfielder from Abbotsford, checking in for McEldoon. She'll be playing in the center mid position, and she runs into the play. Ball gets passed, and Olstrom's going to run onto it. She'll control. And just play it back to Doucette. He's bumped down, and Capilano's going to get a free kick here. It looks like Break was going to get called for being a little bit too physical with a push down there. So basically a corner here for the Blues, as Babinski again will be the one to take this. It was her hard kick about 10 minutes ago that put Capilano on the board. Break is the lone member of the wall for Douglas, as Gazzola directing traffic there in the center of the net, as Blues hanging around by the top of the box and will make a rush in. High in the air, Yee head on it, into the middle, Doucette, another head, up in the air, punched away by Gazzola, and Douglas is able to clear. Another tantalizingly close chance for the Blues, but Douglas, again, able to get it out of harm's way. Cheshire trying to play it back. Olstrom knocked it down, and we'll try and do it all over again. Huff. Centering pass, but Wedig knocks it down. Yee here again. Again, not many fouls in this contest, as referee Nick Miskin more than content to let these two teams play. I've noticed that across the season, as all these referees are familiar with these teams in the PACWEST. And he's one of these guys, he's content to let the game play. DeLong, a nice move and getting freed on the wing. She's trying to beat her defender, get a bit of space, and broken up. We'll try and play it back and do it all over again. Second chance, pinballs around, and third time, bumps up over to Huff. Doucette trying to run on, but cleared high up in the air. Cheshire running in with a sweeping kick over to Babinski. Another centering pass, but Capilano just unable to get anything on any of those attempts, so it all result in a throw-in down in front of the Douglas bench. One nothing Capilano Blues here in the semifinal of the Women's Soccer PACWEST Championship here at the Burnaby Lakes Sports Complex. You're watching live on SportsCanada.TV. Royals asking for a handball, but Olstrom on her feet, low kick, just wide. Managed to Sneak past a couple of defenders. Plenty of jockeying. Once again, ref just letting him play. A couple comments from the Douglas bench. It was Olstrom who drew the foul in the 57th minute that led to the free kick just outside the 18-yard box. Then it was Babinski with a hard low strike, one off the foot of a Douglas player into the back of the net for the game's only goal. Ooh, header ricochets off Doucette. Unfortunate bounce there is just kind of caught her on the blind side, but it's a little shaken up. It seems okay. It'll just be a drop ball. And the Blues are just going to play it back to Douglas. Hamilton Howe just snuck under her foot, and Hurtado will try and break it free. Bit of a collision there. It comes back to Montagano. Still has it. Approaching the Capilano territory. Long shot, but Russi on a hop. She's done a good job this game of controlling all the shots her direction without a rebound. '71st minute. Winner of this game advancing to tomorrow's final against Vancouver Island University. That game goes at 12 o'clock noon here at the Burnaby Lakes Sports Complex. All games of the tournament can be watched live on PACWEST BC.TV and also SportsCanada.TV. Is a challenge there. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a Douglas throw. Rather a change there, and linesman saying it's going to be a Capilano throw in Douglas territory. Yee will take it. As Capilano is still pressuring, they're not just hanging back. They know the value of a second goal, as I think Olstrom got a little blinded there looking into the sun as that throw had made its way towards her. Something as well as a bit of an overcast day, but sun is starting to peek out a little bit, and you got to wonder what effect that might have on. Looks like it'll be Gazzola who's kind of looking that direction. Ball goes out of bounds, but instead we have a foul first. So another free kick opportunity for the Blues, and Babinski makes her way from the right wing to take this. Douglas will make a substitution here. Looks like Alana Dulong is just going to shadow Hamilton maybe for the rest of this game, despite Hamilton hanging right near the top. Dulong just ran over from the far sideline and is almost in her back pocket, knowing that she's their top scoring threat. Into the middle, Babinski. That goes past everyone, out of bounds, and it'll result in a goal kick. '73rd minute. Here's a chance on the left wing for Douglas with some space. That's Doliwar. Tries to play down the wing, but broken up. Capilano has been getting in those passing lanes. Now they're by Cheshire breaking it up, and Huff's got it. Her pass is broken up. Kell looking for an opportunity. She's going to play it down the right side. That's Petinon trying to beat Yee. Keeps it in, and Douglas has won a corner. As Douglas making Capilano pay for that errant pass in their own zone. This will be their third corner of the game, first of the half. It'll be Kell again taking it. Blue jerseys filling the front of the net. Hoping to get the ball out in any way possible. High kick. Pinballing around and kicked away. Not too far, Montagano. Tried to volley it with her left foot, but rolled off wide. Capilano evading that corner opportunity. Defender Jessica Price will again take the goal kick. Kell gets a head on it, but Cheshire's there to volley it up to center. Babinski can't control, and it's Petnon who has it now. That's the substitution. It was Emma Thomas for Douglas, who just came into the game. Blocked by Babinski. Yee partially clears. Babinski does the second effort there, up to Olstrom, and chips it to Doucette. Trying to get free, challenged by Thomas. Bit of a collision and a late foul given by Miskin, the referee. It'll be a free kick for Capilano around center. Emma Thomas, second leading goal scorer for Douglas, so coming on, she had 3 goals this season for the Royals. Foul starting to even out in this one. No cards given. Kell breaks it up, but right to Babinski. Tries to feed Doucette, but out of her reach. Tandy will run onto it, jockeying for position, and just rolls out of bounds for a goal kick. Gazzola trying to play it quickly here. 76th minute. Royals down by 1. Babinski's been moving around the pitch, now in the center of the field after spending most of the game on the right wing. And by breaking that up, she's created a chance here for Leclerc. Back heel, but a bit of a miscommunication, as wanted to feed Doucette, but she was heading the wrong direction. Kell only able to keep it in bounds, so another throw for the Blues. Capilano more than content to just keep the ball in this territory. Big long throw, Olstrom. Bit too much on that one. I think both players might have been a bit surprised about how far she threw that one. So ends up just rolling out of bounds for a goal kick. Gazzola trying to create some movement for Douglas, but again, Capilano's going to break it up. Hurtado in the center. Tries to feed it up for Huff, and maybe a little too strong on that one. His ball is again going to roll out of bounds, and she know rather it's going to be a foul on Huff as she got tangled up. I believe that was Dhaliwal over on the left wing. So a bit further out than a goal kick, as Gazzola plays it quickly. Rolls out of bounds though. Dulong throw. Huff controls, just played back to Dulong, one-timer. Nice little passing there by Capilano. Olstrom in a foot race. Tangled up. Play continues. Dhaliwal. Hamilton flicks it on, keep it in, and Dulong sends it right back. Here's Hamilton, will settle things down. Douglas will try and lead an attack. Into the center, Cheshire picks it off. She's going to make a run. Still on her feet. The defender heading up into the play. Eventually gets stopped, but she'll try and run back, get back into position on defense. Long kick down the wing. Rusi coming way out. Dulong gets a piece of it. See what happens here, and I think there's a bit of a clamor there and a bit of confusion as to whether Rusi could have picked that up, but as she did, there was no whistle, so deeming that was a deflection off the foot of Dulong. So another bit of a scary situation there for the Blues, as Hamilton again bearing down, but the rookie defender Dulong up to the task. Rusi again coming way out, but able to get back and control in time. Ball rolls out as we approach the 80th minute here. Capilano up 1-0. The number 3 seed Cap U against the number 2 seed Douglas. Douglas held the regular season head-to-head with a 2-1-1 record. But both teams right close in the standings. Geelong clears it away. Olstrom's there. She'll rush and just keep it in bounds, but she's going to have to go 1-on-4. She'll leave it for Huff and wait for some attackers. Centering pass ends up to Babinski. Turning is Leclerc. She's content just to control for a little bit and wait for some help. Dela Cruz battling with her. Trying to turn, and again, Leclerc just more than happy to try and waste some time, and it's going to result in a throw-in right by the corner flag. Sun again starting to peek through the clouds here on a beautiful fall day here in Burnaby. The men's semifinal coming up after this at 2:30. That is Douglas College. Also second place on the men's side as well, taking on Langara College, number 3 seed. Not only a berth at finals, not only a berth in the finals on the line, but also a berth at CCA Nationals as well. Huff going to try and make a run, but again, a little too strong, goes out of bounds. Goes a little quick to grab the ball behind her own net. Both coaches and their staffs inkishly tiptoeing along the sidelines. Dennis Kindle for Capilano, seeing if his team can hold strong in these final 10 minutes, whereas Chris Laxton for the Royals, pacing in front of his own bench, see if his team can find an equalizer. As Capilano again able to clear. Olstrom is trying to settle. Finds the open Claire Yee down the wing. The Doucette, broken up by Break. Here she is trying to lead a counter. Jockeyed by Leclerc. Up to Hamilton, unable to control, and it's Cheshire who clears it, and it's just going to be a throw-in. Grazes the corner flag. Bit of a break there for Capilano. Leclerc breaks it up with a nice back heel, and Yee's just going to kick it out of bounds further down the line for another Douglas throw. Break the second-year defender with the throw-in, and Yee, the other second-year defender for Capilano, breaks it up. Babinski trying to run onto it and more than content to just boot it down the field for a Douglas throw in front of the Cap U bench. Kell for Douglas, chips it up. Thomas trying to run onto it. Battling with Dulong. Centering pass broken up by Cheshire. Dela Cruz runs onto it. She's going to let it fly. Long, high kick, but again, well over the net as Rusi just more than content to just watch it fly over her. And she's in no rush to get the ball to Price for the goal kick. Price has been getting a workout with the number of goal kicks she's had to take tonight, but consistently been able to put it large upfield. As Hurtado just to play it in a little deeper into the Douglas zone, and Olstrom with a burst of speed gets past. Battling with Tandy, trying to get through. She's got Freeze off the side of the net. Katrina Olstrom with a great chance, battling one-on-one. Had some space down the right side, but her hard shot just wide. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be another goal kick for Douglas. 84th minute. Again, the only goal in the game coming in the 57th minute off a free kick. Adriana Babinski, her first of the season, as her hard, low strike of a free kick just outside the 18-yard box went off a Douglas foot and into the top corner. That's where we stand right now. 1-0 Capilano. 84th minute. Presumably 5 minutes and change, as imagine a couple minutes of injury time will be added. Babinski has seemingly been onto every single goal kick and bumping it forward as Olstrom gets ahead on it, but Rolls it in the hands of Gazzola, and she's going to let fly a drop kick that Leclerc swinging a miss there. She's going to have to try and chase back. Here's De La Cruz jumping into the play, feeding Thomas down the wing. Dulong watching closely. Battling down there by the corner flag as Thomas trying to find free. Centering pass broken up by Hurtado. Doliwar now. She's going to give it a go. But again, Price is there as Capilano consistently has been able to clear away those centering chances. Another ball in the middle. Break. Up in the air. Russi able to get there first as Kale was bearing down. A couple players down, and this doesn't look good for either player. Looks like Hamilton and Price both down, and both seem to be in a little bit of pain. Both trainers called for right away. There's a centering pass where both players went up and didn't get a clear look on how they both might have came down, but both appear to be in a bit of pain. We can only hope that both are okay. Hamilton was battling a little bit earlier. Looks like the trainer is out there to try and maybe stretch out either her calf or her hamstring, as in the first half she was down for a little bit and was having to get some tape, where it's hard to get a look at. I think it might be a quad injury that Price might have aggravated. Both players have been two of the best for both teams so far. Hamilton at forward and then Price on defense. They've been battling it out all game. Hamilton is up. She is walking. Slowly is kind of eased out a limp that she had. Again, looks like there might have been a cramp. However, Price still down. She is sitting up now. Capilano trainer Jamie Johnson attending to her. And she is up and walking. She is able to get into a bit of a jog. So for both players, it was not looking good for both players. That actually, it does look like Price might come off, though. Well, again, both players will have to come off at least momentarily due to the traders coming onto the field. So we'll see what both coaches decide to do. On the score clock, we are in the 88th minute now, but because of that, there will definitely be some injury time. So it looks like Price is doing okay. They're both going to both players are going to hang out by the fourth official over there. So at the next stoppage of play, it looks like both players will be coming back in. So I think both coaches breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief that two of the top players on each side will enter back. Two veterans who've been strong players in this league for a long time now. So they're going to decide that it's going to result in a chance to play it up as both players do come back in. I guess they're perhaps saying that both teams are in the same boat, so they will get a chance to come back on. So here we are back underway, and Capilano's going to try and take another rush at it as Huff down the wing, battling with Doliwar. Again, Capilano more than happy to just hang out down in the Douglas zone as ball goes out of bounds for a Cap U throw. Too long. We'll take the throw again in no rush. It's going to be a foul on Capilano. So it'll be a Douglas free kick inside their own zone. Gazzola's going to come out and take this as Douglas trying to send as many players as they can forward. Leclerc comes flying in And that'll be a foul against her. Kell looking to take this quickly. Laxton, the head coach for Douglas, waving everyone forward. As we have hit the 98th minute, we are in extra time. Imagine we will have at least 3 or 4 minutes. Kell's going to try and play this in. It's a great ball, but Yee gets ahead on it first. Scrambling around, calling for a handball, but play's going to continue as the ball came up a little bit into the, looks like Cheshire. There was some high hands, but there has been a number of plays like that all game. The referee, Nick Miskin, has been more than happy to just let the play continue, and I guess his complaints fall on deaf ears. Fans are starting to clamor a little bit more as we're heading to crucial minutes. Continuation here as Douglas has it now. Dhaliwar trying to find some free space to play it back in. Chips it forward. Leclerc gets a piece. Up in the air, Montagano battling around. Price comes in to clear it out of play. Pettenon there, looking to take a quick throw. Plays it back for break. Doucette watching her closely. Plays it into the middle. Price again breaks it up, and Olstrom's got it now. She'll try and run free. Pushed in the back by Break, but she'll come away with it with a clean tackle. Babinski onto it, plays it up. But Dhaliwar's there to halt it in his tracks. Chips it up in the air. Both teams playing with a lot more urgency now as they know that the final whistle could be coming at any moment. Cheshire up in the air. Rusi coming out. Price comes in and clears it out of the way. And there's a couple players down for Douglas. Again, Price is down as well. So that was a hard collision right there in the box as 2 Douglas players coming in hard. Price sweeping across as well. And again, it looks like it's Hamilton. And I'll try and see which number that is for the other Douglas player. But again, the trainer coming out for Douglas as these last 5-10 minutes, as Douglas has really ramped up their scoring pressures, created a few collisions there. It was a little chippy as both teams, I think, aided by the fans as well. Fans always wanting to call in their favor. But all the balls that Douglas has been playing into the box, it's created for some dangerous scenarios. So far, Capilano has been able to escape each one. However, there can't be much time left. Jamie Johnson, the Capilano trainer, is being asked to come out. Well, as it looks like it's Michaela Montagano, who is the other Douglas player that is down. I think they're asking Jamie out, or rather Jamie Johnson for Capilano, the trainer, out to attend to the other Douglas player. Waiting to see if that is still Hamilton, who's seemingly been battling some cramps or leg issues throughout the game. The Capilano team is going to come gather as you can see Darian Rusi has joined the fray, and she's kind of giving some motivating words. Has come out and she's looking quite animated here, trying to rally the troops to hold tough during these final minutes. Winner of this game, moving on to tomorrow's final to face the Vancouver Island University Mariners. That game is at 12 noon tomorrow here at the Burnaby Lakes Sports Complex. You can also watch live on SportsCanada.TV and PACWEST BC TV. Coming up after this at 2:30 is the men's semifinal between Langara College and Douglas College. Douglas, the number 2 seed. Langara, number 3. Unfortunately, we still have a player down for Douglas. We have trainers from both teams out there attending, and both teams are going to go back to their benches as hope things are okay with the Douglas player that's down. And it was kind of a collision in front of the Capilano net as the ball was played into the middle and players converging from all angles. And a couple players down after that, and can only hope that, again, only hope that the Douglas player is okay. This is the semifinal of the PACWEST Women's Soccer Championship. Currently in the second half of the semifinal between Capilano and Douglas. We're currently just paused for play as there's a Douglas player down on the field getting injury attention. Broadcast will resume shortly when the situation is intended to. And we'll be back live with the conclusion of the game shortly. We'll just stand by. Once again, fans, we're currently in an injury delay here in the PACWEST Women's Soccer semifinal, as we are in extra time in the second half. But currently we have a Douglas player down, injured on the pitch, so we're currently in injury stoppage. And we'll keep you informed when the game is back underway. Hello fans, again this is the semi-final of the PACWEST Women's Soccer Championship game. We are currently in injury stoppage right now, late in the second half of this game between Capilano and Douglas. We'll return to this game as soon as the game is resumed. Thank you for your patience. Hello, fans here at the Burnaby Lakes Sports Complex. Just another update for fans tuning in that we are currently in an injury stoppage due to a Douglas player that is down on the field. We're currently waiting for an ambulance to arrive on the scene, after which when the game will resume as it was in stoppage time. We'll keep you posted with any developments that we hear. We currently are just standing by until an ambulance arrives and play resumes. Hello, soccer fans. We are back underway here at Burnaby Lakes Sports Complex in the second half of the semifinal match between Douglas and Capilano. We unfortunately just had a long injury timeout due to a downed Douglas player who has been carted off. We're going to be resuming play with Capilano ahead 1-0. We are in extra time. There will be a couple extra minutes of extra time from before the injury occurred. The injury occurred, I believe it was, looks like it was number 2, Michaela Hamilton for Douglas. So we wish her the best and sending positive thoughts her way in a speedy recovery. And we really wish her the best in what was a tragic, unfortunate situation after a collision there in front of the Capilano net. So here we are back underway in extra time of this second half as Capilano ahead 1-0. It was on a goal in the 57th minute by Adriana Babinski, as Douglas has been pushing to find that equalizer. Again, the winner of this contest will go on to play Vancouver Island University tomorrow afternoon at 12 o'clock. That'll be back here in Burnaby at the Burnaby Lakes Sports Complex. And the winner, playing for gold against VIU and also a chance at Nationals as Cheshire plays it up to Olstrom as she'll just boot it down into the Douglas zone. Try and kill some time, and there is the final whistle. Capilano does close out the victory, a 1-0 win over the Douglas College Royals. It'll be the Blues who will face Vancouver Island tomorrow afternoon. The team runs towards goalkeeper Darian Rusi, who played a fantastic game in net for Capilano, a well-deserved group hug for her, as she earns the shutout. Team rushing towards as a well-earned celebration, as they were the underdogs in this one. They were the number 3 seed playing against Douglas. But as the Blues with the lone goal in this one, again, Adriana Babinski, her first of the season in the 57th minute. And that goal held up as the Capilano defense played a fantastic game. It was the goal from Babinski. It was off a free kick just outside the 18-yard box, a hard, low strike. And it went off the foot of a Douglas player and went at the back of the net, and that was the only goal. Goalkeeper for Douglas, Alexa Gazzola, played a fantastic game, though. She made a couple great saves in front of the net to help keep Capilano off the board for as long as she could. On the other end, it was the Capilano defense, a very strong team defensive effort. And then Rusi on the back line, controlling all the shots that went her way. Some shots as well by Douglas that went just wide of the net as well. A bit of a tough ending to the game as well, as again, we want to wish our positive thoughts to Mikhail Hamilton, who went down with that injury there. Wish her all the best and hope for a speedy recovery. A fantastic season for the Douglas Royals. Again, actually, the season will not be over for Douglas College, as they are hosting the CCA Nationals in 2 weeks' time. So they will receive a berth as hosts. So again, they still have a chance to claim national gold. We'll be back at Nationals for the second season, or actually they make that the 3rd season in a row. Should correct that, even 4 seasons in a row now for Douglas and Capilano. They're still trying to book their ticket. They will need to defeat VIU tomorrow afternoon. The winner of that game will join Douglas at Nationals. Capilano, they had silver last year, bronze the year before that. They're looking to continue their upward trajectory and come away with PACWEST gold. That'll be looking for their first gold since 2007. Whereas VIU, they're looking for their first gold since 2016, which was actually won on this exact same turf. So again, it was Capilano Blues with a 1-0 victory. We're going to pause quickly. We'll take a key in to play your game announcement, presented by Capilano Athletic Director Milt Williams. Player of the game for Capilano is defender Jessica Price. 4th-year defender, had a fantastic game on the back line, breaking up numerous Douglas chances. She'll receive a backpack courtesy of Kahunaverse. Great branded backpack from Under Armour Backpack. So thank you again to our sponsors at Kahunaverse. So first kick for the men's semifinal matchup. Again, there might be some of you tuned in for that. It was, again, delayed due to the injury stoppage time. And it'll be announced as a 3:15 kickoff time. So again, Capilano University Blues, they've defeated the Douglas College Royals 1-0 here in the women's semifinal. They will play Vancouver Island University tomorrow at noon here at the Burnaby Lakes Sports Complex. Men's kickoff is about 15 minutes away. It's the Douglas College Royals, the number 2 seed, against the number 3 seed, Langara College Falcons. We'll be back with that one shortly. We'll stand by for more PACWEST soccer action here on SportsCanada.TV.